Alright. We're doing this a little differently this time. We're going to try this out on an emulator. We're going to skip this opening cutscene because we learned last time we get to see that anyway. And I'll just say that this was kind of a chore to track down a disk image for this. And also, let me put my chat over in a place where I can see it better. I'm doing this on an emulator instead of on the console because, as we saw last time, console capture doesn't seem to work too well with what I have. And so I took a while to track this down. I had some surprising difficulty finding this anywhere. I don't know that I can just rip my disc. I probably could, but I didn't try that out. And also, I'm going to knock the volume down a notch here, just to make sure. This seems to be a regularly occurring issue with me, that I don't get my volume mixing right from, well, not with, let's knock that down a little further. Yeah, there we go, minus 5.5, that should be fine. I don't seem to do that very well with OBS. But yeah, so basically my whole story is that I was having reasonable ease finding the Wii U port disk image, but for the original, forget about it. It was a bit of a mess. So I'll just say right now that I'd like to do you believe that somebody is going to actually come out here and shout out somebody that got them a copy, that did something like this for them indirectly in 2020, that Vim's Lair still actually kind of occasionally has some good stuff on there? I was impressed that this was here because I was having difficulty finding like any of the Zelda games basically on any of the websites that I know of for stuff like this. I'm sure that I'm going to get in trouble for talking about piracy this openly, but most people already do it, and there are certain things that I think we all do as gamers that I'm surprised the video game companies don't think of them as piracy to begin with. Like, have you ever loaned a video game to a friend? There you go. So let's go ahead, we're gonna do a bit of a Brian Sulphur here, and we're gonna start in File 2. And much like last time, we're going to name ourselves Lank. Last time we were Lonk, this time we're Lank. Bit of a distant relative there. Also, I had some little bit of confusion setting up the controls with this. And let me tell you, the default controls do not sit well with me with this using RetroArch. I am currently playing this using a PS4 controller instead of a GameCube controller, but I don't have a thing there. Oh, hello! Thank you for reminding me that my alert box is all the way down there. Thank you for the resub there, Tav. It's nice to see you. I know you're not a big Zelda fan, so I don't know how much you're going to enjoy this portion of the stream, but thank you for your support anyway. You're a good friend. You're willing to put yourself through things you don't always feel good about. It's okay. I think I've mentioned before that I grew up with the Sega Genesis too, but I had access to an NES and stuff like that because a family friend had one. And, yeah, that's the main thing I've got in terms of anything I can remember about that, except for some reason I have a bizarrely vivid memory of going over to said family friend's house with our Sega Genesis, which was a Model 2 at the time. We never had the old Model 1 Sega, which I have one of those now because I personally think it looks cooler than the smaller ones. But we had that in the basement for some reason of this person's house. like, just for one day. We weren't, like, living there or something. I don't remember the whole context of it. Yeah, the Model 1 is so great. It's really cool looking. I'm really glad I have it. I kind of want... If it weren't so pricey, I would really love to get a Model 1 Sega CD to go with it, but... I've been trolling eBay off and on for those for years, and it's not really the nicest thing in the world. And also, apparently, those Sega CDs have rubber band snapping issues. Rubber band. Well, I mean, I guess it is sort of a rubber band, but it's a belt. That, like, the belts inside of it just break down very, very easily. And also that Sega CD games are... Well, some of them are cheap. Others are... I guess it's like any retro console, really, that some of them are really, really expensive. And some of them, people just be like, it's not even much of a game. And they might be right about that, but I'm not here to judge. And here's a cutscene. We all remember this one from last time. And that's part of why I've been talking over this, because I know I have a fairly limited audience of people that nobody's gonna mind too much. I need to actually upload the VOD from the last time when my computer crashed. I actually kind of want to go watch the end of that and see if it does anything funky with the... If anything strange shows up on that VOD. I don't think it will, but I'm kind of curious. But with any luck, that will be one of the very few times I upload a VOD as opposed to a recording that I make at the same time. Because thank goodness my PC is strong enough to do that. Oh no, Lank is asleep. Up at the top of the watchtower. Hi there! How's everyone doing today? It's a little earlier than I've been streaming for a while, but I used to do this in the mornings. And then one of the streamers I followed started streaming in the early day, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm stepping on toes here. But it is what it is. Oh boy, that sounds like a bit of a mess. I do enjoy Lank just being asleep. Alright, so this all works. Let me double check that. Okay, yeah. Alright, that was a concern because I didn't see controls to change the functionality of the shoulder buttons or to, well, rather to place them. Oh boy, especially because I've heard that Arknights is kind of involved. Kind of involved, yeah, let me just say my words completely wrong. I've heard that one is a little bit on the involved side. Actually, I think Ezra Lane is as well, but I do not pretend to know much about that for sure. Get our standard pocket change. And this guy, I think it's 20 for the bait bag from Beetle. You'll also notice I'm just gonna skip most of the conversations for a little bit because we've already seen this. I just need to remember to upload it. Oh, just this Friday? Yeah, somebody was talking about that to me a couple of days ago. And apparently she got really lucky with her opening draws, or at least they looked pretty lucky, so I'm happy for them. You know, as long as people are having fun and not destituting themselves with stuff like that. Let's go ahead and talk to our grandmother again here and get our nice green shirt here. And belt. Small whale. I think, Tef, I think they call that a dolphin in their language, but as long as you're being very careful about your spending and you're doing it with porpoise, I think you're okay. That joke's not very good. Whoops. The fact that I just hope you're not surprised, because like you know full well that you put up with things from me all the time. Oh no. I'm not sorry at all. Oh no, we ran into a door and hurt ourselves. Alright, so we got things to do after this, but first of all, I'm gonna go and we're gonna find this strange man with the strange nose on this strange little boat. Beetle, I want that bait bag. Let's get our strange looking little pig bindle here. An Attack on Titan event. That seems like a strange crossover for those franchises, but I'm not here to judge, so... I mean, I sort of am here to judge, but I'm just gonna not do it, I guess. Oh, it's 20 rupees, so I guess we'll wait on that. Sorry, Beetle, I don't have 20 rupees right now. There's gotta be one that I missed, right? Because I was able to buy that, like, before I got dressed earlier, right? I don't remember. Let's check these pots, though. Alright, now we can go talk to Beetle and get his thing. Ellen, how is it going? Not quite time for you to stream. There we go. That's what I missed. It's over here. Camera? This isn't D-pad based. Oh, that's strange. Although I guess it also seems like that's sort of the MO for the Attack on Titan crossovers that I've seen, is that like it's always incorporated into the universe of, well, by always I mean I'm basing this off of Grand Blue, and I have opinions about Attack on Titan that I'm not gonna get into too much, because you know we're trying to be a mostly positive setting. So I'm trying to anyway, because that will offset all the rage, and I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm trying to save up the. I'm definitely trying to save up the salt for when I get to what are inevitably going to be games that are going to absolutely infuriate me. Alan? Don't be that guy, come on! You know better than that! Oh, by the way, because I was making a joke about this to somebody yesterday, I have a feeling that your Twitter mentions are shitting their pants right now. Because I retweeted a video about Catherine, and I was like, man, when Plastic Alan streamed that game, there were some parts that really skeeved me out. And so, yeah, enjoy that. I'm kind of sorry, but, you know, there you go. Maybe I should actually throw that up as a link during the intermission, and you can be like, oh, well, now I understand this fucker's feelings. They complain a lot, and you would not be wrong about that, but... Anyway, this small child with the giant booger is still chasing me down. I don't like that. Video games are weird, you guys. Like, are you ever just struck by the fact that video games are really weird? Well, there you go. Is it running better today? It sure is, but I'm also on an emulator, so we'll see if that decides to shit its pants or not. But for some reason, it appears to be taking less resources to run the emulator than it did to make the GameCube go. I'm very confused about why this is. Okay, are you sure that's not just the setup for when Homer Simpson shows Marge his handgun? Like, I don't know a lot of Simpsons that well, but I do know that. I also know Hans Moleman, just in general. I'm 31 years old! Getting pretty close to that. I'm like 29. I'll be turning 30 this year. Let's go ahead and let us equip ourselves a telescope. Look at our postman. Remember, the controls are reversed. Big freaking bird. Carrying a small child in its talons. Again, we've seen this part before. Pirate ship. I'm sure that bird's gonna... It's a bird in a video game. It's gotta be a pain in the butt, right? I didn't get a good notice of that before, but the way the bird's, like, jaws just open, like, ah! Everybody in this game is so expressive, and I kind of love it. Yeah, it's dangerous to go alone, I know. I played the Zelda on the NES before. Ow, my butt. However, I didn't take any damage because I mean, why would you? It would be really rude if they just let you die before you get to do anything. No, I'm trying to get the guy's money. Like one group, but why not? It's a pig. Actually, I gotta say, if you could die before you enter the forest, that would be a really amusing speedrun category. Of just end your own life as fast as possible. In the video game, not in real life, obviously. Alright, there's Mr. Hydrocephaly here. I think. Actually, one of the things that I've been pushing for a while is for somebody to, like, I guess it would be really painful because you'd have to grind all the way to level 12, but for Earthbound, a category where you just get to a point where you can die to Starman Jr. Because that's a thing that you can technically do if you learn Shield Alpha or whatever it is that Ness has. Then I'm pretty sure the game will just shit its pants if you do that. Alright, here's Orca over here. Yeah! Yeah, so you're just like, okay, and then you get yourself set on fire and you die. Whoa! That was some slowdown. That's not good. However, it doesn't seem to have repeated itself, so we will see how that goes. Oh, some of those were distinctly extremely horizontal, game. Come on. Now you're messing with me. All right. Yeah, keep thrusting. That sounds like a phrase that people hear at times. Back up and charge. There we go. It's nice that they teach you the spin attack, by the way, like right at the beginning of the game. Because in OOT, they very much don't really explain that to you until you get the charged spin attack. Also, yeah, I know, you've got feelings about that, Alan. Also, this is, like, one of those few games. I'm used to Fire Emblem. Shouldn't Link be getting his ass handed to him right now? Well, I guess he didn't even chip this guy's paint, basically. He's an old man. He's a martial arts master. There's no way that we can hurt him. We could come in here with 20 hearts, or, like, however many you can have in Breath of the Wild, and the Master Sword from Link to the Past, except it's tempered all the way, and we would not be able to leave a scratch on this guy. Alright, we got ourselves our... Yeah, we're Lank this time instead of Lonk. I made an executive decision to be a little bit different this time, just for purposes of, you know, being a little different this time. And I gotta say, having camera controls in this game feels a little bit weird. And the camera controls, this is not an emulator thing. This is definitely a thing with the game itself. The camera controls are a little sensitive. Also, yeah, I like that little bit of blur that the screen gets when you cut down the trees. I've mentioned that before. But it really does make it seem like, oh, this is something really big you're doing. Like, wow, look, you cut down those trees with your sword. Usually you need something a little bigger than that. Something a little bigger, which we will get to see at some point, so do not worry. And this is about where our hardware shat its pants last time, right? Cut some grass. One thing is that if I remember correctly, in this game, there are much fewer opportunities to, like, mow the lawn to get money than there were in OOT or even Majora's Mask. Although, like, admittedly, my memories regarding Majora's Mask are a little bit on the wee wonky side, where I don't necessarily remember that much specifically about Majora's Mask, except that, like, the atmosphere and the moon and everybody dying horribly, and Happy Mask Salesman, and you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? And been drowned, and, you know, all that shit. But man, that game got really weird once the internet got its hands on it. And a lot of, like, the specifics I don't necessarily remember that well, but let's go ahead and go into this forest. Oh, well, it's a good thing she got caught on that tree there, so she probably didn't splatter all of her spinal cords and parts and various other things that Mortal Kombat characters tear out of you. You know, organs. And of course, there's our usual, we're in the air, so we jump slash, because anything else is kind of silly. I say as if jump slashing in general doesn't seem a little bit silly. Are there people who have, like, done that in real life to any real effect? I highly doubt it. Yeah, you know what? I just don't like the grass in here. It gives me a feeling. Hollow log. Hey, 20 rube. That's nice. And we've got some kind of a gremlin over here. I think these are bokoblins. Bokoblins. However they're pronounced. Like, in this game, I don't remember if we really get a way to, like, get the names of the enemies outside of the figurines, which are a thing that we'll discuss in probably several streams from now, because it takes a while to get to that point. And I've got to... Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Alright, let's read the sign. I said let's read the sign. Come on, Link, can't you read at an angle? Marks the remains of an ancient fairy fountain. Battles the fairies could ease weariness. Every fairy who lived here was blessed with great fortune. Gotcha. This, however, is a very large rock that we have no hope of lifting, so we're gonna deal with that later. I think that's something we have to blow up, actually. Can we get onto this little edge? Nope, won't let us jump. Alright, we got ourselves a couple more of these freaks. And the kid wakes up. If you fall on that, I can't do anything for you. The game won't let me go up there. Wow, rude. Did your manners fall out of you when you got dropped out of that bird's hands? Hands, yeah. Oh wow, look at this guy. I like his little swirl of chest hair. I also like how he just teleports over here. Nice. Well, enjoy the, how are you supposed to get down? I mean, we know how, but she doesn't. So that's Tetra, and I don't remember what the guy's name is, aside from Doofus. But we've met some pirates, and I'm sure that that probably bodes well for everybody involved. And there's Link giving his stiff-armed attempt at a wave. Run faster! Oh wait, no, never mind. Link always has to go rescue somebody because that's just how things work. Oh, come on, Link, with your tiny legs, you're not gonna do... Oh, jeez. Birds are... That's a good question. What is the deal with birds? Birds are just kind of... Birds are just kind of mean. Meanwhile, shoutouts to this Link just being a complete rage bot. It's just like, hey, I want to hang out with pirates as long as I get to beat the hell out of that bird. A headache, wow. Wow, thanks, I mean, that appears to be the same bird. And, oh, hi, mailman. Oi, oi. I mean, we are talking about a bird. I kind of disagree, but I do want to hear your story, Mr. Mailman. Mr. Bird Mailman. Birdman! Oh, don't let me sing. It will not end well. Young girls with long ears. Well, okay, that's... Well, yes, I mean, 99% of the humanoids in the Zelda universe have long ears, as far as I know. The guy in the back over there does not, so... I mean, he's got a face that's just kind of shaped like a triangle, so maybe you could say that his ears are long, but it doesn't look like it. To the north, indeed, the Forsaken Fortress is at the farthest north end of the entire world map. The Forsaken Fortress! I mean, to be honest, you were gonna end up over there. Oh, you mean a garbage can lid? I'm pretty sure we can find one of those. Oh wow, look at this little rat man over here. Wow. I forgot about this guy. He looks a little ill. But also, we got one more important thing to do real quick, and that is to have a really cruddy camera angle while I go grab that. Now let's go get ourselves a shield. Okay, so do I just have to go upstairs and, like, try to take the shield? I guess so. I also just tried to press A to climb a ladder. That's not necessary. Oh. It's gone. Where'd it go? It got up and walked away. Unfortunately, yes. We got ourselves the hero's shield, and Link still does not look like he's all too thrilled about this. You can tell it's depressing music because the clarinets come in. Yeah, it's not great. It's Big Bird. Have you ever seen big birds? Not that big bird, but large birds in general are kind of not great. Oh, you don't have any of that stew left over. Dang. No lunch for us, guys. We're gonna have to eat whatever we find there. Gonna go down to the Forsaken Fortress cafeteria, order a chicken sandwich, and they'll be like, "What? This is the laundry room, sir." It's starting to get away from me more than a little bit, but Beetle. Beetle, we don't have any food. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna buy this pear with the freaky looking face on it. I would not eat that pear, but that's okay. It's not for us. Special bait allows you to take control of seagulls. We're not gonna use these for a while, but they have their uses for picking up a small amount of things that, to be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna 100% this game because some parts of it are really, really difficult. Also, the world map is huge and getting around is not really the fastest thing in the world.
Thank you.
The Wii U version gives us a faster way to travel, but I don't have that. I don't have a Wii U, and I'm fairly certain that if I tried to emulate a Wii U, my computer would tell me to go straight to hell. Alright, mailman, what do you got for me? I don't know, don't you, like, do you know any fighting moves? Like, you're certainly not Braviary, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, this thing is definitely... It's certainly not made of vibranium or anything. We're probably not going to be using this shield very much. I do not play defensively in video games very often. Nice gong. I kind of understand it, but it's just sort of hilarious. Just really gotta let everybody know we're leaving. And now I like how everybody is just out here. Like, hey, good luck. Good luck finding the kid, and it just turned into this big thing about pirates. Nobody's afraid anymore. Bye, Grandma. Bye, Beetle. Bye, child with massive booger. Bye, child's massive booger. Yeah, I'm sure you have family or something. I mean, I think Link should at least do like a couple of... should at least go do some bench pressing or something so that way he gets strong enough to tote one of those cannons around. I'm just saying, it might be useful. Alright, Wheelman, do you have a name or are you just gonna be known as Funny Nose? Shrimp. Find Nico. All right. Nico is the rat boy, right? All right, we'll find out about that guy in a moment. Oh wow, look at the nerd. Nice glasses, though. Why does this guy have, like, spiral glasses in Hyrule? There's... This isn't technically Hyrule, I guess. This is very odd, is all I can say. Let's go ahead and let's go below deck. Find out what's going on here. At least you actually... At least let me, like, hit the A button to talk to you. Also, from a distance, I couldn't tell that his hair was, like, dark green. I thought he had, like, a beaker head and neck thing going on. Alright, what do you got for me, kid? Yeah, you're gonna show me to do some platforming, aren't you? You know, buddy, at least I don't have a face like a rat. Yeah, we know how switches work. We've played video games before. Alright, so is this gonna be like a hit all 5 thing? Alright, he's gonna teach us... We're actually gonna learn... This is like a new mechanic for this game compared to the other Zelda games. Is that we get to use ropes to swing back and forth. It's just like Donkey Kong. Okay, so we don't have to hit all 5. Worms ninja ropes. Oh, I wish it was like that. I would just completely break the mechanics. I think it's going to be a pretty short year. Alright, so let's reset this. Because he's like, oh, it's on a timer. Well, we may as well. Alright. Oh, I overshot. Cool. Yeah, what's your... Hold R and then tilt the... And then move the stick to change directions. Okay. That's actually useful advice, although, as you probably expected, it is a little chunky to control. This being one of the earliest implementations of the mechanic. Actually, I don't remember if there are ropes in the next game in Twilight Princess, or for that matter, in anything after that, but I haven't played any other Zelda games past that because, well, like, I'm sure you guys know I have a high tolerance for bullshit, but when you see Twilight Princess, it's basically like, it does sort of end up being like, how can you deal with this? Like, I've described it often as being the Shadow the Hedgehog of the franchise, which is more to do with tone than any content. Although, I'm not really convinced of it being a great game either, so... I'm really bad at this. Oh. Shit. I was on the last one. Come on. When you fail at something at the very end and then have to restart, that is really, like, the most feel-bad moment possible. For anything of this sort. But thinks about how much that's happened to me in Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong 64, a game I may have to play on this stream at some point. I wonder if it's been long enough that, like, people won't come in here memeing about... Like, if I did Donkey Kong 64, like, assuming it were the next game I were to play, it's probably not going to be the next game I'm going to play, but... We all kind of know at this point that Donkey Kong 64 had a very big, very notable stream at the beginning of last year. Yeah, it was the beginning of last year. God, I can't believe it's only mid-February and it feels like it's been an entire year already. But yeah, like a year ago, there was a very big, very notable stream. We all kind of know about that, of Donkey Kong 64. And I kind of like, I'm sure that that was pretty memey. I didn't watch it because, like, I love myself. And Donkey Kong 64, like, seeing somebody put themselves through 60 hours of that game. It's bad enough when you do it to yourself, especially because it's like a 25-hour game at best. If you're... You know, there's very few places that would raise the runtime on that, but even like Dazzle and Reed, back when she did Donkey Kong 64 on Something Awful, was only like a 20-hour playthrough, and we saw less than that in the LP. I'm ignoring this guy because he doesn't mean anything, but to finally get myself back around to saying it, I didn't really see it, but I would expect that it was very memey because it was a huge stream, the internet, blah, blah, blah. Basically, if I were to play that after this, would it be far enough out that I wouldn't get random people just coming in here and dropping the memes from that on here? Because, I mean, I don't mind some memes from other channels, but I prefer my own artistically crafted memes from my own stream. And what do we got here? The spoils bag. That looks kind of impractical, but we're gonna use this to collect certain drops from enemies of certain kinds. Like, you may have remembered from last stream where Orca... See, I told you, short year. Where Orca was like, hey, these Knights crests, they're gonna be kind of cool if you can show me all these dudes' karate belts. And we're gonna keep them in that bag, along with some other stuff. We'll probably get to see a little bit of that in action. Wow! Link, you're pathetic. You can't roll up a set of stairs. What is this, a GameCube game where there's, like, actual geometry to this shit? Can't believe it. Hi, Beaker. Oh, can we hide these barrels? No. However, there are barrels we'll get to hide in, so that's something. Maybe this really is Donkey Kong 64. Alright, well, the ladder's on the other side. You don't gotta tell me about that until I overshoot it. At least let me talk to the other goons and make fun of that one guy's eyeglasses. People of the Great Sea suck, is what I'm trying to say. Including Lank. He doesn't know what glasses are. That kid doesn't know treasure from, well, much of anything. Alright, let's get a look at this place. Ooh, that looks a little hard to get into. I was about to say that's a nice tree they've got, but it appears to be made of stone. Hey, that's a big bird. That's a very familiar large bird, for that matter. And we got a lot of spotlights. A window. Seagulls. No, I haven't seen a flock of seagulls before. They got some funky hair. Why do you think that? Like, explain your logic? Whatever. This is a sneaking mission, Snake. Let's do this. How did you not know about this, Link? Are you sure? I don't know if that guy would fit in a barrel. Let's go. Let's do this then. Watch his faces. This part's pretty great. I half expected him to hit the water. My sword! I need that for hurting people with. Link's fists are far too small to do that on his own. Colonel, I've managed to avoid drowning. Come on, I've already made one Metal Gear joke. I'm sure you guys were expecting more. They just never stop. Duct tape. Oh. Okay, so again, what happened that Link ended up in this barrel with this pebble stuck up his ass, and he didn't know about any of this? Alright, so when the A button freaks out, hit it, and we'll get talked to. It's like Navi, except less annoying. Also, yeah, we can hide in a barrel. It's not quite a cardboard box, but I don't think that the people who live in this world know what cardboard is, so I guess we'll take it. And yeah, there's a lot of money we can pick up over here, but we're gonna ignore that for now. Although saying that, I might be able to... They see Link in the barrel and they're like, it's fine, it's just a big nose bush. Rayman 2, that's another game I want to play. Take the barrel off and we can go in through this door. Rayman 2, I remember some really stupid ads for that game. Like, most advertisements for video games are pretty stupid because, like, nobody in advertising knows how to sell a video game? Alright, there's something around here. But, more importantly, like, I remember the Rayman 2 ads because, like, the ones that I saw were this certain level of, like, really, like, Remember, it's Ray Man, not Ray. Like, it was just some dude's dad. And the thing is that okay, we got spotted. I tried to tell a story and... Wow, that guy had a lot of trouble getting to me. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown his lantern. And we get locked in the slammer. Well, we didn't lose anything because we don't have a sword, and apparently they're just like, oh, that shield is too shitty to take from him. And they're right, this shield is kind of garbage. But it's a shield in a Zelda game, of course it is. Correction, a shield in a 3D Zelda game. So, the thing is that my dad goes by his middle name, which is Ray. So I remember these commercials because of that very specific reason. And, like, obviously I didn't think the word fuck when I was that young, but I basically was thinking, wow, that's kind of fucked up. They're just out here calling out my dad live on national television without realizing it. But also, more importantly, wow, advertisers really do not know how to sell video games. Do you guys remember, thinking of the GameCube stuff, do you guys remember the ads for Luigi's Mansion? Those were really, really weird. Or like any of the ads for the PSP or any of that stuff. Like if I wasn't interested in the PSP in the first place, I would see those and I'd be like, what? Like, are you sure, guys? Also, there's a rat in here, and if the rat touches us, it will just try to steal some of our money, and we can't climb it. Yep, there you go. It's a nut you can play with outside. Yeah, see, you remember them. What the fuck are video game advertisements, and why? Anyway, look at this Moblin's gigantic jaws just hanging open. It kind of looks like Captain Quark. The Ratchet and Clank games. I need to actually get around to. There were a few years ago. Somebody was. A few years ago, I was streaming the Captain Quark games. Wow. A few years ago, I was streaming the Ratchet and Clank games for the PS2. And I stopped both because, wow, I get burned out easily, and also because I was kind of dreading doing that, because there was somebody in there who was like... Oh, there's some of these guys. Let's, let me pick up this jar. Or maybe I'm just gonna have to dodge these guys because I can't seem to hit them with a pot. Yep, we're just gonna have to walk through this room as you listen to their annoying little Pokemon noises. Apparently, hitting people with pots is just not a thing you can do in this game anymore, even though that's a time-honored Zelda tradition. That's how you deal with all of your problems in Zelda games, is you pick up large pots and you smash them over the head with them. Alright, can we use this barrel to hide in? There we go. Am I living in a box? Am I living in a cardboard box? No, it's a barrel, obviously. Duh. Oh, come on, that would set the barrel on fire. I got a little too close to his butt. His ass has motion sensors. Wow. Time to do this again. Because although these guys don't look very competent, we've been surprisingly capable of not getting caught by them. But we got our thing here. Let's see if we can get on this rope and do this. Yep. Hooray, we demonstrated some vague skill for once. We can go back outside if we want to, but I think there's some stuff to do inside of these rooms for now. So, we're gonna try and get that done before we head out. Oh no, this is outside, kind of. Oh boy, we just had to scale this entire confusing mess of a place, and also find our sword, because otherwise we'll be going through the rest of the journey swordless, and I don't think this game will let you do that for a while. Air quotes for a while. Alright, what do you got to say to us? Can you at least wait until I'm not on the ladder to do that? Monster putting the searchlight up there. I mean, okay, that's not what I was thinking. I was gonna say I've played enough FF14 to know that shield throwing exists, and also I've seen that what's his name? Captain America. Yeah, there you go. I was trying to hit him with the pot. Again, I don't think that's a thing I can actually do. But also, you can pick up a stick. This is a pretty neat mechanic they added to this game where you can just pick up enemies' weapons, including like this stick and stuff like that. We'll get to see some other stuff we can pick up later. Those Moblin guys, you can pick up their lances when you actually get to fight them, but it's gonna be a while before we can do that. Also, I like how this guy just turns the searchlight off as soon as he gets up from his post. Maybe I was wrong about these guys being vaguely competent. Maybe I'm just shit. Oh. That was physics! Also, let the stick on fire. I can use it as a torch. Alright, is there anything going on over here? Nope, just a view of the seagull room. Also, my stick stopped burning. Which is, you know, that's a thing you should tell your doctor. But also, again, I'm not sure that that's how, like, wooden sticks like that would work. But I'm not a wooden stick expert, so yeah. I'm not a wooden stick expert. That's a phrase for sure. Which is reminding me that at some point I need to put together a thing that's like, hey, see the bot commands so that way you can do quotes and shit. Yeah, seagulls, I know. And I ran so far away. I told you guys shouldn't let me sing. It never works out well. So I think we're above the room that I keep getting caught in. No, not quite. That'll be the next room over, I think. Ooh, that was close. I almost fucked that up pretty bad. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's deal with my gallstone here. Let's top the tower. Find the room right below the tower. Yeah, I see. How much of that were you able to figure out just from looking at the outside of the place? Oh, I can't pick up the crate and throw it. I can, however, push it off of them. Something. Do anything for... Okay, yeah. Alright, that gives me a shortcut, which I'm going to actually go ahead and finish out here. Just in case things go awry again. Which I suspect is a thing that will happen because, you know, this is a sneaking mission, Snake. I'm not very good at stealth. And there it is. That is the room that we're trying to get to. There's more stuff to do here, though, so I may actually, like, try and do some of that first. These rats appear to be below, but... never mind. We got in here easily enough, so let's do this. Or discover that we can't. Oh, no, we did not. Okay. We're allowed to do this? Like, that's it? Alright, keep my stealth barrel. Yeah, I figured I was gonna need this. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak past the guards, but I'm dummy Thicc. Actually, I just got past. Snake! Snake, turn your codec off. You're being very loud. Oh, right. Sorry, Colonel. This wasn't a good idea. I don't think I can actually get past this without taking care of that searchlight. Can I, like, mentally map out where that is? Okay, well, we have a pretty easy access to this area after we deal with the searchlight, I think. After we play some Searchlight Thicc. That's another Donkey Kong Country 64 reference. That's the second one this stream. Counting the one where I took, like, 10 minutes to make a joke. And that wasn't even much of a joke. Alright, cool. We can climb back up here. My knees! I'm sure adult Link is used to knee-related complaints or something. I'm not even going to explain that one. I'm pretty sure you guys get where I'm going. Let's go up this ladder. That's not what I wanted to do. All right. Unlock. Stick. Oh, I was hoping that I could take him out by chucking a stick at him. That would just be way funnier than it needs to be, honestly. Stop that! Come on. Can you stop, like, guarding that one stick really well? Buddy, give me a second here. Alright, that area should be safe, and also we get this butterfly pendant thing. A joy pendant. You can keep it in your spoils bag. It's a deflect to those who spread joy. I almost said something else. But that would be a reference that's a little outdated at this point. And yeah, we're getting the low health the low health alarm, but you'll notice that it's much more subtle than in Ocarina of Time, which this game is way better than in like 90% of ways. People don't want to hear that, and they don't like it when you say that, because, you know, when something becomes the best anything ever, nothing is ever allowed to dethrone it, and nobody is ever allowed to say, oh no, you're wrong, but I'm sorry, but this game does, like, almost everything that... Is that not the searchlight I was supposed to take out? Christ. Is there, like, an easy way to get back to that one, then? There's ways, I think. Whatever, I'm gonna try and grab a heart real quick. Well, they let me do that. That's fine, they can throw me back in the cage. That's, like, sort of a reference point, I guess, because it's for me. Alright, what do you got? Are you just gonna come over here and laugh at me for this? Yeah, I already know about this. Don't you love it when a game waits to give you hints until after you've already been dealing with the thing that it's giving you a hint about? All I can say is Tetra is really lucky that we're not playing Myst, because otherwise I'd be crying about things like that. Well, Myst, or I guess any other kind of adventure game. You know, if I came in here with Shadowgate and they're like, hey, make sure you throw the torch at the Wraith at the very end of the game, I'd just be like, dude, why are you like this? I would start talking to a video game and it would be really strange. I say that like streaming in general isn't kind of strange already. Alright, it's zooming in on the ladder. It's like I'm playing Gex and it's telling me where the remotes are. Well, the 3D Gex games, anyway. The 2D one... That sure is a game, is all I can say. Alright, I'm gonna try this pot throwing thing again. That's right. Take a hit, come on. Why does this guy even need a weapon? He just tried to give me a swift kick in the... Get away from that. I'm sad that he didn't drop anything after I pushed him off the edge. Gave the old ring out. Alright, so there's one more set of searchlights for us to deal with, I believe. Oh, no, that's the last one. All right. So how to hash out what? Okay.
Yep.
We've got all the shortcuts in place so we can get back to getting to the seagull room, where I can finally stop running so far away from all of my problems. And, you know, maybe I can come up with another reference. And maybe I'll find my sword. That would be useful. Alright, we gotta sneak through this room again. Right. I actually think there is another shortcut through that, but I didn't take it because I'm kind of silly, I guess. Alright, buddy. No, don't face me. Alright. Rat, ignore me. Thank you. That was almost a little worrying because I think those rats can, like, knock the barrel off of you. They won't damage you. They'll just slap the barrel off of you or something, or, you know, headbutt you and make you drop your money and your barrel. And you'll just sit there in front of the pig guy because you won't have enough time to get away from that weird vision range that exists. Alright, turn around. What's in that room? There we go. I was waiting for it, but the game was like, we're gonna confuse you a little bit with this one. To which, I just gotta take that on the chin, I guess. Let's keep going this way. I wonder if we're gonna suddenly see... Oh, by the way, there was a fourth set of searchlights on this side of the island that you didn't get to see. This side apparently being the center. I hear seagulls and also a big wall of spikes. Alright, well. Hey, our sword landed in a momentous location. Yoinks. Alright, let me grab that. And take care not to drop it again, you little butterfingers. He probably deserved that. Not sure how that works, but okay. Let's get ourselves into the seagull room. I guess the logic is supposed to be that, like, because Errol spent so much time with the seagulls, she's, like, always surrounded by them, so, hey, go into the room where you see all the seagulls, she'll surely be there. In my experience, if you're surrounded by seagulls all the time, that just means that you're carrying around a package of French fries. So, like, I'm pretty sure that having those for that long is not a good thing. Uh-oh. That's Big Bird. Oh no, Link's gonna get bored. This is a very weird start to the adventure. Link, no! Oh. This bird is just gonna feed him to its little baby chick, who is Ganondorf this time, apparently. This is getting weird. Nice coat on him, though. As he doesn't even talk to us. And we get thrown way across the ocean. Awesome. We've managed to avoid drowning. For now. Hey. Link! Good morning, Link. Hey. How'd I end up in this boat? It's a talking boat! This is not the strangest thing we've seen in this game so far, but it's pretty goddamn close. The King of Red Lions, our friendly neighborhood talking boat. Which I don't think wood works like that. This is just weird. Alright, the boat's been watching us since we went to the Forsaken Fortress. So my remembrance of this cutscene had us landing outside of the next island that we go to. And I was so ready to pull up the map and just be like, dude, that bird threw us all the way over here. Shouldn't we be, like, super dead from that? But yeah, never mind. Never mind. We're just somewhere else, I guess. Because who knows how far this boat traveled since we got picked up by it, right? Okay, only Ganon in this game, not Ganondorf, apparently. Like, the human is usually Ganondorf. Whereas Ganon is the horrible pig monster that he turns into. Usually a pig. Well, boar, I guess, but Ganon and Tusk seem to be a little bit variable. Gotcha, let's go find somebody else's hands. Yeah, to be fair, Link is not, like, he's not gonna win a fist fight. This guy is definitely not a JoJo character, that's for sure. I'm sorry, but this is just really, really goofy. I mean, like, there's definitely a lot of goofiness between a lot of Zelda games, and really a lot of the stuff that we play on this channel in general, but man, this one's definitely a winner. I can talk, but I don't have a sail. Go find me a sail. Can you believe people were, like, really, really whiny about this game when it came out? Fucking nerds, am I right? Alright, so let's go and find ourselves a sail. Here we are on the island of somewhere. There's a way to view a map and I don't remember what it is. Just let this toggle between zooms. Hide it. Windfall Island, there we go. One of the more blatant instances of a remixed theme in the series, there's definitely a lot of them, but I had this weird realization that aside from the little, oh, you did something good jingle, Zelda games actually are pretty good about usually hiding a lot of the recycled music between remixes. Like, except for the overworld theme between the original game and Link to the Past. That's like a very straightforward, that's like Weezer Teal album level of covers. But aside from that, it's usually surprisingly hard to tell. This, however, is a very, very obvious. It's the Hyrule Castletown theme from OOT. Let's check this place out. I'm just sort of not finding sales because I'm clearly a terrible person. Nice ceiling fan. That's like the most technological thing in a Zelda game yet. Who this guy? Yeah. Yeah, they're really expensive. We will never be able to afford those. We'll have to find our bombs elsewhere. And by that, I mean he's gonna pull his prices down later on when we have a bomb bag, I think. It's been kind of a while. Who's this guy? He kind of looks a little bit piratey. Fair enough. Pigs do, especially in this game, they run around a lot. You should definitely keep your pets in a relatively fenced enclosure. I mean, you can at least, like, tell me if you know someone who is selling one or something. Or a bed sheet? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This people like this place so much. Let's check out this mailbox. It apparently talks at us. That's a little strange. I got nothing to send anybody. I do at least like all the little details and everything. The writing is good. It's... Oh, this place is a little weird. Quite an apothecary we've got going on here. Lots of purple smoke. I don't know if that's healthy, sir.
Yeah.
Chew jelly juice. Okay. They're in too good of shape. I mean, Lank is just a little kid. Come on. Cut him some slack. Bring him an empty bottle. I do not. I was hoping that, like, you'd be willing to sell this potion with a bottle. But apparently not. Also, there's, like, 1 rupee up there. And we can break all this guy's nice ceramics. We can just show up, be an asshole after he tells us about his chew jelly or whatever. And this is the auction house, if I remember correctly. Yeah, look at all these pots. They're very sparkly. This is definitely a place where a lot of rich people congregate, and we'll actually get in trouble if we break stuff in here. Which is kind of hilarious, but also, you know, the hell with the rich people. If it wouldn't actually cost us, I would wreck the place, but here we are. Got a couple of gossip mongers. Mountains of tacky jewelry. I mean, you guys are talking pretty loud, so you know, don't give me that. Maybe you should be a little quieter when you're right out here in public. Don't scream about the school teacher and her cheap plastic shit. Also, this guy's just wearing a parka. I bet he sounds like Hans Moleman, too. Alright, what are you trying to sell me? Is it a potted plant? Alright, what do you got? 80 rupees. That's most of what we have, but that's okay. And starting a business in this world must be pretty easy because, wow, that's pretty affordable. And we got ourselves a sail. I think we need a mast for this too, but maybe that is just something that is not shown on the sail when it's folded up. It just comes into existence and disappears at will. But alright. A delivery bag, you say? Yes, we'll go with that. There you go. Check out some other places before we show our sail to... well, not that Tev said that. Saying show our sail to the boat seems a little strange, but... we will check the rest of this place out before we switch games for the day. We got some stuff done. It's been reasonably decent. Oh, you heard about that too? Maggie and Mila. If we see him, we'll deal with that, but I think it will be a while before we go over there again, sir. But thank you for letting us know, I believe. What do you got for us? Nothing. Okay. Won't even sell us an empty bottle. Dang. Oh, we got these little kids here. Wow. Do you have to be like that? The killer bees, yeah. The killer bees, yeah, more like the fucking wasps, right? Yay! This kid looks like a real asshole. I like his hat, though. The lake probably does smell a little bit like seawater right now. What about the mailbox? What do you got for us? Okay, yeah, so he's explaining to us how to hold the controller. Gotcha. The Rito Postman. The Rito, huh? That's, That's a species name that sounds even sillier when you say it fast. We got a cameraman here, or the camera shop anyway. Yeah, a very silly looking individual. It's Gorton's fisherman. What do you got? What's the deal? What's your Picto box? Alright, so I guess if we find him his camera, he will talk to us. Okay. We might be able to find you your camera. Maybe. I don't know for sure. We'll find out as time passes a little more. Let's go check out this building with the pointy-haired boss drawing on it. Oh no, I think it's supposed to be her, but Mrs. Marie. She's got a very interesting hairdo. It kind of looks like one of those things that we saw earlier. Remember those? Probably not. Oh, we gotta hit the buttons in order to access that. Here, I found you one of these. Hitbox? Do I gotta actually target her? Is she not interested in them? We need to talk. Like, there's a way to hand these over. Do we have to, like, go through a whole conversation or something here? Yeah, I know about those little gremlins. Catch their leader. Alright. I mean, Link is probably a little older than them, but okay, let's go catch some bugs, I guess. It ain't a Zelda game without bug catching. Yeah, you know a lot about this. Gotcha, go inspect a jail cell. Okay, noted. Yeah, I'm trying to capture the little gremlin for, do I have to do these in a specific order or something? Little side quest? Yeah, apparently I do. Since you're talking to the same kid 3 times, cause... Okay. Jail cell, gotcha. Oh wow, all the way from... Oh yeah, we saw the NPC before. We made jokes about it, because it looked a little silly. Don't get caught on things. Alright, so this will be upstairs in the rich people building. Alright, what's the deal? Too silly mustache. What do you want? Heard about that before. Okay, so... Yeah, we will definitely get there. I'll be holding you to that, sir. You're gonna be coughing up pretty handsomely for this. I mean, again, you shouldn't have said anything. Otherwise, you might have gotten away with it. You might have been able to keep some of your money. now I just have to figure out where that jail cell is, and also how we can get started on that other little side quest. Which means there might be more of this game than we thought. Oh, it's this guy. This guy is like everybody's favorite NPC from this game, pretty much. Yeah, let's do it. Well, welcome to the fleet. This guy's better than I remember. It's gonna get even better in a moment. New radar system. You guys know what radar is? Jeez. 24 cannonballs. 4, 3, and 2 on the small. Alright. What's going on? Yeah, that's about how I feel. Only 20 cannonballs. So basically, yes, it is pretty much, it's pretty much Battleship. Sploosh. That guy, it's sploosh. That soundbite is like one of the best things from this game. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. I don't really know a good strategy for dealing with this, so sploosh. It's gonna be kind of a mess. Kaboom! Sploosh, sploosh, kaboom! Sploosh, sploosh. I love this guy. Sploosh, great. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. Oh. Well, we only got one of them. Oh, bad news, sailor. The enemies have retreated or something. I love this guy. He is great. Unfortunately, we're not going to play this again. He doesn't give a shit about anything. And also that sploosh is the best thing. I need, like, an excuse to make that a soundbite for this stream. And we can't do anything about this windmill yet. It's something for later. Alright, there's the bomb shop. Jail cell. This jail cell. It is on this island, right? It's probably back here. Right underneath another building. Just where you expect the prison to be. Right? Just where you expect the lag to be, and yeah, here it is. This Link's guy jumped again and he switched. Oh, hi, Tingle. Oh, hi, Tingle! Yay! I know that Alan will be glad to see Tingle. Also, I like that he's got, like, a Flavor Flav clock going on. What you got for me, buddy? Gives us the Tingle Tuner. He gave us a very funky-looking Game Boy Advance with no cartridge slot on it. Okay, so it's something we can't actually use. Cool. Actually, we probably could do something with it if I set up RetroArch properly, but I'll do that some other time, I guess. Alright, so he's telling us a metaphor for suicide or something, I don't know. Give me your map. We got Tingle's chart. Hooray, we got a chunk of map of the ocean. Again, I don't 100% know how much of the open ocean and the random islands we're gonna see, because yeah, getting around in this game is not easy. Alright, here we go. We get a little crawling maze here to find ourselves a picto box. I don't remember how to do this, so this is probably going to be rife with failure. If anybody's here like, I don't want to see you fuck up anything. Well, I've got bad news. I'm gonna fuck everything up. Alright, so that board over there indicates a return passage to the main entrance here, and I don't want to be going backwards through this. There we go. That turned our bodies around. Unless one of these is, like, actually the way you're supposed to go, which I don't think it is. But we'll go ahead and we will at least show this. Yeah, see, the little rat shows up at the end, pulls the bell. And you fall through. And you fall out in the ocean. Well. Alright, so we get to learn about sailing. Little note for anyone out there who wants to actually sail in real life. No, a little arrow will not appear at the butt end of your boat, so don't look for it. I'll deal with that in a bit. I want to go find this guy's camera. Because otherwise, I will forget about it. Also, yeah, we can just break dishware like that. Alright. It hasn't come up yet. Alright, we're trying to check as much of the outer perimeter, basically, as possible here. Alright, and there's the dropout area there. And here we go. Only took us 2 tries. And I guess up to a point I had to demonstrate the other thing once. Grab that and open the chest. We got the picto box. Hooray, we got the old man's camera. In the Wii U version, you can make some amazingly silly pictures because the camera is more fully featured, but in this game, we don't have access to a whole lot of that. However, we can stick it on our pseudo hotbar there and go find the guy and give this back to him, or at least show it to him and be like, hey, can we keep this for a little while so that way we can go take pictures of the bosses and right before they murder us? Because we all know that that's exactly the way to go about doing things in a video game. I mean, it's your fault for standing there in the hitbox of the A button. Or maybe not. Someone else stuck you there through level design, so... Alright, now let's try talking to the gremlins again. Alright, kid. I think I can take 4 little kids. I got a sword. Alright, what do you got for us? You're gonna hide somewhere. Won't hide indoors and won't leave the island. Well, we're not on the clock for this, thankfully, but we do have to find all these little kids. And we get something out of it, but I don't remember what, so... Yeah. There's like an actual reason to do it. Don't fall off the thing. I just want these pots. Get a little bit of money. And we can go find the... Go try and find the gremlins now. And by the gremlins, I mean the killer bees. Again, you should at least name yourselves the Yellow Jackets or something, but... I guess it's already taken by a guard organization in Final Fantasy XIV. A game which didn't exist when this came out. I don't know how that works. But all I can say is, don't worry about it. Don't worry about things too much, you know? There's definitely some things you should be concerned about, like nuclear war and stuff like that, but worrying about linear time, don't bother. It's not good for you. However, you should worry about how easy it is to jump off of ledges that are positioned in weird ways. That kid's not there. Okay. I assume we have to go inside in a couple of locations to get to certain things. To certain places where the kids are hiding. But I don't necessarily know for sure. Is that one of them over on the tree? Yeah, so we can roll the tree and knock that guy off. Oh, he just sort of timed that perfectly. What a guy. Come to think of it, I said that this kid looks like kind of a D-bag. He also looks like one of the Rugrats. Especially when he runs like that. That just makes me think he looks even younger. Oh, hi, Elvis. Now we gotta chase this guy around. I like how Lank just stands there and lets him have a chance to... Lets him have a chance to run off. You do you, kid. I'm not here to judge on that one anyway. I am, however, here to judge about a lot of other things. Oh, he's just gonna stand there, just sort of doing the gotta pee his pants dance. Okay, there are stranger things to do in this world, I guess. There's also better things to do in this world, but I think we've made that clear before. Kids like you should be at home playing Nintendo right now, as the police chief in Earthbound says. Earthbound, a game that I will definitely be playing on this stream at some point. I know that I did a couple of years ago, but that was... I feel like I wasn't committed at that point in some ways. Also, I have a better friend group now than I did then. Don't tell anybody. Well, you can tell them if you want, but... Stop getting stuck on the post. Something's going on in the other room. Like, I think I just heard my dad's closet fall apart. Alright, so that's 3 out of 4. There's one more little kid to get, and I don't know where offhand. Of course, they're not going to give me any hints. But that's not even what I was coming over there for. I was just rolling past. Alright, so they're not going to have left the island, but... maybe they're out on the rocks, or maybe I can see them better from there. Hi, boat. That's the one we got already. We're back at the bomb shop, maybe? I think the last kids, because, you know, arranging groups like that, why would they have more than one girl in a group? Because welcome to how adults think group dynamics work. There we go. Found you. You know, between the nose, the pink shirt, and the weird hair that sort of looks like a pair of ears, this kid really looks like a little piglet. There we go. Got him! Hooray! We got a piece of heart, which is about what I would expect to get out of something like that. Yeah, we'll go handle that. I gotta remember, this is where the school is. That drawing really does not look like her. That hair on that drawing is too pointy. Well, we got him. Hooray! We got some money out of the deal. Nice. Don't tell anybody. Alright, well. Let me remember how to do my controls. Okay, so I guess that functions in a different way than I think it does. I guess I should show what this screen has here. So, there's options, obviously. Over here we can take a look at our treasure charts, which are things we'll start getting in dungeons. These are 3 quest items. These are 8 more quest items. There's only like 5 dungeons in the game before the Ganon's Castle equivalent. So we're going to be finding that stuff out on the open ocean. And over here we got our basic equipment. We got our sword, shield, our weird gem thing. We'll get other stuff later on. I don't remember what it is though. Piece of heart. Options, and up here is where our songs go when we start learning how to play those. And by play, I mean conduct, because our instrument is a conductor's baton, or a heavenly choir that just sort of exists for some reason. Let's put our sail on our little buttons up there, and let's go show the old man the camera, and then I will switch games. Oh, is this where we hear about the, Okay, there we go. They mentioned joy pendants specifically, so... Sparkly light on top of a tree in town. Okay. Well... Boy, there's a lot of side quests in this town. And excuse my yawning. It just sort of happens a lot. Alright. Ooh. Found your camera. Apparently it's not yours, but alright. Hey, you didn't need those pots anyway, sir. Or these ones. Hey! There's probably nothing in them, but it's impulse at this point. Get a look at some interesting photographs this man has taken. Of some really odd shit. Let's have a look at these, because some of them might be vaguely important. Question mark? Creatures called choo-choos. We've heard about those earlier before. Earlier before, yeah, shut up. Earlier today. That's what I meant to say. Blue choo-choos. Only under very unusual circumstances that they are ever sighted. Because, as ever, the blue potion has to be excruciatingly limited. Tiny rock islet. Dignified butler standing before the door. Certain that is someone's private cabana. Okay. That's a totem pole of some kind. Strange platform rising up out of the sea. Okay. This is a little hard to make out. Oh, it's outside island. Oh, I think that's our... I think I know who that is. That makes things a little awkward. This photographer might be Link's dad. It's a ghost ship. It's none other than the ghost ship. I told you. So there's a map out there to track the ghost ship, in addition to the fact that the ghost ship exists. Those are both very useful things to know. That is quite a strange statue. Home is on one of the Triangle Islands. Northern, southern, and eastern. Huh. I wonder if that will be plot relevant. Well, it definitely will be. Spoiler alert. The Forsaken Fortress. Yep, we've been there. We've been on a sneaking mission there. Good old Shadow Moses Island. Yeah, again, I think we know about that, but that guy did show us some very, very strange things that we will be seeing. Basically all of those for plot reasons, I believe. So with that out of the way, again, we're gonna go try and find that joy pendant real quick and get swarmed by these guys, by the hornets. And let's see if we can't find that last joy pendant real quick, and then we'll switch over to Grand Order for a little bit. it goes. Eh? What you got? Sure, what's the deal? Yep. Okay, I've heard about that. Alright. That not knock over the thing? Apparently not. Well, the kids implied that it was on one of the trees in town, and I haven't seen it. That's strange. Did I roll on all the trees? Is there one that I missed? Oh, yeah, it's this one. It's in a very awkward position, though, so getting at it might be a little tricky. Oh, no, I didn't do this one. Okay. There we go. Found it. And it even flaps its wings a little bit. That's kind of silly. Hooray! We got joy pendants. I don't think we get anything for just the first one, unfortunately, but that's fine. We'll turn these in later. Yeah, we get it. You guys think you're tough. Alright, well, we'll do that, but not this time. For now, I'm going to go ahead, hop in the menu, hit that save button, and there we go. Thank you, emulator. Alright, so with that, that's all the Zelda for this stream. I'm going to go ahead and switch games.